to another episode of my FM20 Save with Bucuresti. Is going to be a little bit of a different one than you're used to. Normally I would show you guys all the goals that happened of the matches in between, but there were so many matches to go through. I think it's about 9 of them that I'm just going to show you the match reports and tell you guys very little bit about it, because we've got 2 live games and then 9 of the other games. And also the thing is, they're not very positive, none of them, so I just want to get through them as quickly as possible, and I don't want to keep hanging in the negative stuff. Also, I'm not gonna try to hide the schedule from you guys for this episode, because as I said, I just want to go through it as quickly as possible. So first game off, Dinamo Bucuresti away from home. We lost 1-0 by a goal in the 30th minute by Dejan Shorescu. Well, what the theme is going to be for the next couple of matches is every time I'm going to say we weren't up to scratch, we weren't up to our standard, we weren't good enough. So just remember those 3 sentences and listen to them in your head for every match I'm going to show you guys, except for the next one. Because the next match is a 2-0 win against Academica Clinceni. I mean, it's still not a convincing win, but it's a win nonetheless. It's 3 points, and it's very important 3 points as well. But you're gonna see more about that when we get through all of these matches. So, Saver and Lambulic with the goals. So yeah, that's it. On to the next one. Another 1-0 loss away from home against Astra Giurgiu. And just straight onto the next match, another 1-0 loss at home against UTA Arad, and this game hurts so much because I think we're so much better than they are, but we just could not pull it off today. They were on the day, they were better. I have to admit that we played like absolute garbage, and it showed a 1-0 loss against a relegation candidate. Well, the thing is, at this point, we're just as much as a relegation candidate as Arad are. So, yeah, a 1-0 loss, very disappointing. After that, a 2-1 loss at home to Hermannstadt. Even though in the friendly we beat them 3-0, we've lost to them 2-1. Again, not up to scratch, not up to standard, just not good enough. After that, we finally picked up another point away from home against Sepsi, a 1-1 draw. Antonio Safer with the goal. Safer proving to be the only light we have in our team right now. He also scored one of the other goals together with Lambulic. So 1 more point to add to our tally. After that, a 3-1 devastating loss at home to Universitatea Cluj. I have no words for this. Just repeating the same for the other games. We just weren't good enough. Pintea with the only goal this time, but 1 goal against their 3, as you know, is just not enough. And the final game, another 1-1 draw away from home against Academica Clinceni, who we actually beat a few games before that. So disappointing to not be able to pick up the 3 points again. So Piris with the goal this time. I gave him a start because I thought maybe his experience is exactly what we're lacking right now, and he did prove me a little bit right, because he did score the goal, but sadly did not get the 3 points in the end. By the way, if you're hearing a weird noise in the background, my cat is for some reason starting to run around and meowing as soon as I hit recording. Don't ask me why. But yeah, if you hear some kind of weird noise, it's my cat. It's nothing weird. So yeah, we're here at the day of the semifinals against Astra Giurgiu. I think, looking at all the teams that are in the cup, this might be the easiest draw that we could have gotten, because the other 2 teams are UC Craiova and the other one was Stoia Bucuresti. Stoia did need penalties to go through against, I'm not sure what team it was. I know it was a team from the 2nd division, and it was, let's see, it was Botushani, and I notice now that they've already lost their first leg against Craiova, which might be helpful for us if we go through against Astra, because we've beaten Craiova in the past. So if we can beat Craiova and if we can beat Astra and Craiova can beat Stoja again, then we might have a chance in the final. But that's getting way ahead of myself. I mean, we can't even beat the bottom of the league, so I'm not gonna get ahead of myself too much. As you can see, this is where we are. We are in 5th of the relegation group, only 3 points above the drop. I'm not really sure what to tell you guys. It's very disappointing. I'm really scared right now that we are gonna get relegated and I'm gonna get fired. Let's hope not. Let's pray not. Not that I'm religious, but you know, it might help. So the plan for today is I'm gonna live call the game against Astra, then I'm gonna show you guys the match reports of the 3 games in between, and then I'm gonna live call the second game against Astra. So you get a double live com for the semi-finals today. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. As you saw, Craiova beat Stoja in their match. And now it's our turn to go away from home against Astra Giorgio. As you can see, we've beaten them 4 times. They've beaten us 3 times. I can't quite remember where you can see that the past results. I think is at the tactics screen. Next opponent, past meetings. It is. So the last time we faced them, we lost 1-0, obviously, that being 1.5 months ago. And before that, we went on a 4-game unbeaten streak against them. But the last game we did lose. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen today. I hope we can pull off an upset, because it would be an upset because we're just not playing the way we're supposed to. I am gonna start Philippe again instead of Tano. I am gonna give Piris the start because I think that we do need him right now. His experience, his quality, I think we need that. So this is gonna be the team for today. Labrovic in goal, Bajon, Malo, Philippe and Brikiok in the defense, Piris and Kassab in the midfield, Safer, Alami, Pintea, and then Lambulic as striker, with Brighton Labo being on the bench, still unhappy because he wants a new contract, but he wants too much money. So that's going to be the team. That's going to be the 11 players that are going to do it for us today. I am very scared that we're not going to get the win and we're going to just get battered, but I am still really hopeful that this game might be the game we turn it around. We've beaten Astra in the past. We have Piris back in the starting 11. Let's see what we can do. Let's get straight into it and let's hope for the best. Let's hope that we can pull off that upset and that we can beat Astra and move on to the Romanian Cup final. It's getting a little bit ahead of myself, but that's what we're aiming for anyway. So let's do it. So I'm sorry for there was a little bit of cut in the video there. I'll try my best to hide it, but my recording thought it was fun to ruin the game. For some reason, it wouldn't load any further than the screen you saw a few seconds ago. But we're here now at the team, at the pep talk. Tell them I have faith in them because I do, even though I'm scared we're going to lose, I do still have faith in them because they have done so much for us in the past. And here we go, already 6 seconds in, we do have the ball cost up, maybe looking for the early chance, but we give the ball away so easily, immediately. And David for Astra Giorgio has the ball and they give a long ball forward, but Philippe heads it away with his insane height. And Safer has the ball on the right hand side, gives it to Bajon, to Piris, tries to give it to Safer. Piris with that experience ruins this pass completely, but everybody gives the wrong pass sometimes. He can't do everything right. This pass does land at Safer's feet. He loses it in his turn. Piris picks it up again. Gives to Pintea all the way on the left side of the field with a cross. Lambulic, and it's 1-0. Not even a minute into the match and Lambulic puts us in front against Astra Giorgio. And this might be the match we turn it around. And I'm saying that way too early because we have more than 18 minutes left. And it's still so long to go. And Astra are going to have so many chances to get that goal back. But still, it's a great start. It's an away goal as well, which can prove to be very important. And we get a free kick. And I think I know who's going to stand over this. Oh no, it's going to be Kassab. And Kassab almost puts it in. I thought it was going to be Piris, but Kassab stood over the ball and he almost put it in the net as well.
if you're asking why I'm pronouncing player names differently every time, it's because, as I've mentioned earlier, I'm Dutch, and sometimes I accidentally switch between an English pronunciation or a Dutch pronunciation. So that might be it. For instance, Kasab and Kesab, and Piris and Piris. That's few um, how do I not few examples? How did I not come up with the word examples? But that's just a few examples of names that I might pronounce differently every time. Meanwhile, it's already halftime. The halftime whistle goes. We're still 1-0 up. We have the upper hand, but it's still a very, very tight game. Anything can happen, all the cliches, throwing them out there. Um, Already 10 minutes played in the second half. We're still 1-0 up. Let's try to get at least a draw from this. I mean, if we could hold on to this lead, it would be insane. But try to get at least a draw because we do have that away goal. And Austria have a corner here. Bucuresti takes it, but Labrovic plucks it out of the air. And he could set up a counter here, but he's taking his sweet time. And he does kick it out long to Safer on the right hand side, who has a lot of space here. But he chooses to go through the middle, and Austria pick it back off of him again, and Mirvaljevic has the ball, gives it back to Baiko. He takes his time, and also with his decision to the right hand side to David with the cross, and that's 1-1. Denis Alibec puts Astra Giorgio back level with us. I thought it was coming. I mean, we still have the upper hand, but I felt this was coming. It's sad, but try to hold on to this draw and maybe get a lucky second goal here. Let's see if we can make a substitution to make that happen. Let's get Piris out of the match, sorry, because he's not performing right now, and get Safer off of there for Brighton Labo, and let's see if the golden duo of Lambulic and Labo can provide for us once again in such an important match as this one. Only 10 minutes left. I'm not gonna put it more attacking right now because 1-1 draw away from home is, I think, good enough, and injury time left, and I think we have done it. Final whistle went, and a 1-1 draw away from home against Astra Giorgio in the cup game is, in my opinion, good enough of a result to be content with. So I think that gives us a good position for the return. Gonna be in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna play through these 3 matches, and I'm gonna come back to you guys for this second match against Astra Giorgio. So see you guys in a sec. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here I am back for the match against Astra Giorgio at home. As mentioned, we've played 3 matches in between, 3 matches that we might as well treat as cup finals as well. Let me take you through them. The first one was a 2-0 loss against Dinamo Bucuresti. Dinamo are proving to be just a little bit too good for us, just as Stoja are. We aren't just not able to beat them. After that, we lost to Arad again. We really dominated this match completely. We had a lot of chances as well, and it just did not come off, and they got the goal, and that was it. We also missed a penalty via Piris. Piris was playing horribly in both of those matches, so he is out of the starting 11 again. Then the last game against Hermannstadt, we beat them 2-1. I tried a little bit of a different tactic, the tactic that you're going to use, that you're going to see for today as well. I'm gonna just show that. I'm gonna show that just in a second. So we did beat them. Luckily, we are still in 6th, so we are still in the relegation zone. Only 1 point behind Arad. If we would have beaten Arad or even drawn against them, then we would have been safe. Well, not officially safe, but safer. No pun intended. And how it is now, we can still get relegated, and that would be an absolute disaster. Let me just show you guys really quickly as well the board. Oh, alright. Never mind. This the summary was an E instead of C+. C+ is a little bit better. It was an E. Luckily that went up a little bit because I was really scared that I was gonna get fired before this cup match. Luckily that's not the case. Let me just adjust my microphone a little bit because it was against my mouth a couple of times. So yeah, as I said, let's get into the game. here is the team. Let's not do it that way. Here is the team, and this is also the tactic. Labovic in goal, Bajal, Malo, Tano, and Brikiog. Kriel and Kesep, Safer, Pintea, Labo, and Lambulic. As you can see, it's a little bit more of an attacking one, but I really do think we need Labo and Lambulic in there, both of them. So yeah, let's just see where this takes us. Craiova lost to Stoya, but they went through on penalties, so Craiova is waiting in the final, and it's either against us or against Astra Giurgiu. As you can see, they've won 4 of their last 5 games, and the one game that they didn't win was against us. So let's try to make sure that they don't win again today. If they don't win, then we're through. That's pretty much how easy it is. Except for if it's 2-2 or 3-3, then they will go through. We do get a free kick here. Kriel is going to take it. What is he going to do? And it's almost in the net as well. A great save by Kitanov, and if that would have been 1-0 already, I would have probably screamed so loud. Even though right now it's 12 o'clock at night. Lambulic here, in on goal, but great save by the keeper. I'm at a loss for words. I couldn't speak normally anymore. Kesep here takes the corner, and Labo heads it just wide of the target. It's a very positive start by us though. Maybe it's a tactic, maybe it's just coincidence, I don't know. But it's a positive start. But then again, a positive start doesn't say anything, because against Arad we were playing much better as well. But Bajon has the ball here nonetheless on the right hand side, gives it to Quio, and a lot of space for Case up here in the middle. Gives it to Safe on the right hand side, can come up with a cross to one of the strikers. He can't, he lays it back to Bajon. Does he go for a shot? He doesn't. Kesep doesn't either. Gives it to Brikiog on the left hand side. Pinteo with the ball. Lambulic second time. Lambulic with the goal. In the 16th minute, Matija Lambulic with a 1-0, and we're leading against Astra Giurgiu in the second leg of the semi-final of the Romanian Cup. If we go through, I'm speechless, and I have no idea why we're not performing in the league. But it's not so far yet. We're only in the 20th minute. Kesep here has the ball in midfield. Labo picks it up. Good. Give it to Lambulic. He doesn't. He chooses to go back to Pintea. A lot of space here on the left-hand side. But Pintea screws it up and loses the ball. And Begway, not sure that's how you pronounce his name, gives the ball to Alibej. And Alibej with the cross. And that's a 1-1. Robert Grecu heads it in, or volleys it in, I think. Yeah, 1-1. How it is now, it's gonna go to extra time, but immediately another highlight. Kesep gives the ball to Safer on the right hand side. Do we get a chance from this? Safer might throw ball to Labo. Labo 2-1. Brighton Labo with the so important goal in the 22nd minute. We're up 2-1. We're up again. 1 goal difference between us and Astra Giurgiu. It's not going to go to extra time, that's for sure. If Astra score, then they're through. If we win, we're through. That's how easy it is right now. Pintea has the ball, gives it back to Tano, the center back. And that means that there's nobody back. Labrovic is all by himself here. Luckily, it ends all safe and well. Lambulic is through on goal again, but he loses the ball sadly, and Begway gives it back to Kitanov, the keeper, who screws it up, and the ball lands at Bajon, our right back. He gets the ball back from Safe, but sadly it doesn't amount to anything. Already half an hour played, we get a corner here. Kesep to take it. Can somebody get his head to it? Labo could, but just got off the line. Cleared off the line by Astra Giurgiu. Kriel picks it up. And Kesep gets the loose ball here this time. Tano on the left hand side. Brikiog gets the ball from Tano. Switches the play to Safer. A lot of space for Labo, but he just couldn't reach the ball before the defender. Maybe a time to build up an attack for Astra, but they can't. Kesep to Pintea. We get the ball back. Lambulic in on goal. I think it was offside, but it's a corner. Yes, it was offside. I was gonna say it's a corner, but he hit the post, but then it turned out to be offside anyway. A very exciting match nonetheless. As you can see by the stats on the left hand side of your screen, we're dominating very much. We have the upper hand. couldn't be any more than this. They only have one shot on target, and I think here's gonna come number 2, and I'm afraid it's gonna be goal number 2 as well. And it is Alibech with the 2-2. As it stands now, Austria Georgia are through to the final, and we're knocked out. But we do have the entire second half, and I was gonna say it's almost a 3-2 even before halftime, but there it is. There is halftime. It is 2-2, 3-3 on aggregate. We have been the better team, so we just need to get that one goal to put us through to the final, and I really hope we can get that. It will mean so much. It would be the furthest that we've ever gotten. We already have gotten the furthest, more than ever, farther than ever. The throw in here, Brickock throws it to Tano, who gives it back to Labrovic, the goalkeeper, who takes his time. I'm not sure if he knows what the score is, because if he did, he wouldn't be taking his time, because we don't have the time. Only 35 minutes left. Quio has the ball, gives it to Brickock on the left hand side. Again, back to Labrovic. I mean, I get it. Nobody is free in front, but why all the way back to the keeper? Malo to Baj on the right hand side, gives a long ball forward to Labo, who heads it through to Labulic. Labulic 1-on-1 with the keeper, but the keeper wins. A great save by Kitanov. Sadly denies Lambulic of his goal. Safer heads the ball away from the defender, but can't reach it. Sadly, Radanovic picks it up again and gets his long ball forward. Alibech heads it down to Baiko, who is their top scorer, who gives it back to Dima, the center back. And then all the way back to Kitanov, who is going to take his time, because as it stands right now, Astra are going to be through to the final. We're not taking the keeper on at all, even though I've told my players to high press the keeper and tightly mark him. Didn't really show right there. Astra has the ball here on the left hand side. Grainshuk and Baiku there, the top scorer I just mentioned, scores the 3-2, and I think that is us out of the cup, because now we have to score twice in 30 minutes. And I don't see us doing that. I'm already going a little bit more attacking, because I think that's needed if we want to score twice. As you can see by the stats, we still have the upper hand, and it's so unfair if it would end like this. But there is still half an hour left. Malo has the ball here back to Labrovic. Looking if there is any player free in front, there isn't, so he gives it short to Tano, who almost loses it, but his pass just reaches Brikiako. Gives it to K7, long ball forward to Labulic, and again Gitanov with the save. That should have been the 3-3. That should have been our chance to still get something from this game, to still move through to the final, but we get a corner instead. Maybe Labo can reach it, he just couldn't. Safer picks up the loose ball, and he does put in a cross, but David heads it away to Pentea, and nothing happens anymore. So 20 minutes left, we still need 2 goals. I'm gonna go even more attacking, because something really does need to happen. Let's not try to play it out of the defense anymore. And maybe make a few subs as well. Quio out of there for, let's give Pires another shot and give Grey 2. You know what, let's give Draghi Keanu that shot instead of Grey 2. And let's try it like this. More than this we can do. K-Sip stands over the free kick here on the right hand side. Malo heads it over the goal. I'm afraid that's the end of our cup run for this season. And I'm afraid it might be the end of my career at Bucuresti as well. But we have a corner here. K-Sip takes it. We can have the ball. Pires picks up the loose ball though. Can he put in the cross? He can, because his cross is blocked. And now Astra can counter. Moise has the ball here on the left hand side. Gives a through ball to Baiku, their top scorer. Baiku is all on his own though, but he goes past Bajon, but then loses the ball. Goalkeeper kicks it long to Brighton Labo. He has Safer with him, and he has Lambulic. He gives to Lambulic, and there's a 3-3. 10 minutes left. Matija Lambulic with the 3-3, an assist from Brighton Labo, but we still need another goal to move on, because if it stays like this, then we're still out. Malo has the free kick here though. He kicks it straight at their defense, at Dima. And now Astra can take their time again. But the keeper doesn't take his time, and they almost lose it from their goal kick. But they get it immediately back, because Bajon has it straight to their defense. Moise here has the ball on the left hand side, gives it to Radanovic. Can he come up with a cross, or can we take the ball off of him? He goes past his opponent, and Moise has the ball, but he shoots way too wildly, and his shot ends up in the stands. But we have only 3 minutes left, and I don't think something
is gonna happen for us. As I said, we have to get a goal. So let's go and throw in a third striker in the form of Creto. I don't know what else to try. Let's put everybody on, not put him on deep lying forward. Let's put everybody on attack. And let's try our best to get that final goal we need. It's a big risk because we are very open right now at the back, but we need to do something. Maybe here the last highlight. Bajan with the throw into Lapo. Bajan with the cross. Draghi the substitute with his first goal of the season. The assist from Bajan, and it's not offside as well. If it stays like this, we're through to the final. Let's lower the tempo, time waste whenever possible, hit early crosses, don't play out of defense. What else can we, well, it's only 1 minute, but still, I'm so scared they're still gonna score, and that will be devastating. But it doesn't look like it. They have a free kick here though. Labrovic with a big save. Labrovic with maybe his most important save of his career so far. Greco here with the corner. Can we work it away? Please, Labrovic with another save. Please blow the whistle, ref. Please blow the whistle. Get the player out of his face. Labrovic just... Oh my god, I thought it was getting kicked straight against him, but we're through to the final. Marian Dragicanu in absolutely the last minute of injury time puts us through to the final. We're up against UC Craiova. Just for this one match we get to forget how badly the league is going right now, and we get to that final. And the best thing is that if we win the final against UC Craiova, the team that we have beaten a couple of times before this season even, if we beat them, then we're still into Europe, even though we might get relegated. Only the last 2 league matches to play, and then the final of the cup. What I'm gonna do is there are no matches in between. Next episode is gonna be a triple header. It's gonna be Astra Giurgiu, Sepsi OSK, and UC Craiova. It's gonna be a huge episode, and I hope that we end the episode on a positive note then. We do now at least, because we beat Astra Giurgiu, and we have to face them again right now for the league, and if we beat them again here, then we might be safe, we might be above Arad, and then we still have to beat Sepsi as well. And we have to get at least 2 points from those 2 matches, and then Arad has to lose everything. So 1 win in there, and maybe a draw, at least 4 points will be a little bit better for us. I don't know what Arad's schedule is looking like. Let's hope they get a hard schedule. They get to play number 4 and the number 2. They have 2 clubs higher than them as well, just like us. So let's hope for the best. This is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a bit of a long one, I think. But it's, except for the league isn't going so great. But that result in the semi-final of the cup is still my mind is blown. I'm speechless. I cannot get out of my words. It's amazing. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I do. If you enjoyed the video, for the fact that we reached the final, please drop a like. Subscribe as well if you want to and you want to see more of this series, and I'll see you guys next time for the final episode of this season for the triple header. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.